Good morning, sir. My name is MOGANRAJ Govindarajoo, and I'm currently pursuing my CPL license at BDT Aviation. This is my video recording for BDT30803 PPL flying assignment. As per my assignment, I will be flying from Penang to Langkawi, and I will simulate engine startup, ATC request, taxi, takeoff, cruising, landing, and shutdown. And I will also simulate emergency situation where my navigation system will be inoperative. So I'll begin with my pre-flight check. Use my checklist from BDT Aviation. So the first pre-flight check will be inside the cockpit, where I'll check the control wheel and I'll release the belt. I'll check the avionics, make sure everything's off, and set my parking brake. And I will check my electric switches, whether everything's off. Then I'll put the key into the magneto switch, and I'll make sure my mixture is idle cut off. And then I'll switch on the master switch, and I'll check for the fuel quantity. And then I will press the initiator panel to check whether the light is working or not. It's working. Then I will check my flight controls: left, right, Then I'll set my flaps to 40, and I'll check my trim to take off position. Then I'll check my pitot and static drain button, which is below my seat, and then the static drain button, which is straight up in front of me. And I'll make sure the windows are clean, all three, and I'll make sure the engineer stove the tow bar and make sure the baggage door is secure. Then I will exit the aircraft and go to the right wing, and I'll check the wing whether it's free of ice. We are in Malaysia, so there's no ice. Then I'll check the control surface, the hinge, everything's perfect. Then I'll check for the static wing, make sure there's three and it's not broken. Then I'll go to the wing tip and I'll check whether the lights is working. Then I'll open the fuel tank and check whether the fuel is sufficient. Then I'll drain the fuel tank to check whether there's a sediment or any containment inside the fuel. After that, I'll move forward to the front and check whether all my three tires are inflated. And then I'll check the nose sections, whether the fuel and all are okay. I'll check the cowling, the windshield, then the propeller, whether there's a broken part or any bird strike, any evidence for bird strike or anything. There's nothing there. Then I'll check the air inlets in front. Then I'll open the cowling. Then I'll check for the alternator belt. Then I'll close the cowling. I'll check for the landing light, the nose gear strap, the wheel tire, and everything. Then I'll strain the fuel in the nearby the engine fuel to check whether there's any containment. Then I'll move forward to the left wing. Same as the right wing, I'll check for the fuel. I'll check for any containment in the wing tank. Then I'll check for the wing whether there's a evidence for bird strike or any other strikes. Then I'll check the lights, and I'll move forward to the behind part, which is the fuselage. Make sure all the antenna and fenage, everything's clear. And I'll move the stabilizer and trim tab to check whether there's interference inside, whether it's a bird or anything. Then I'll go in, aircraft again. Then I'll do my before start up check, where I'll listen to 80s, and I'll put on my seatbelt. And now I can I will note down the QNH, which is in our case the QNH is 1010 and information is Bravo. And then I'll on the radio and I'll set the I'll set the ground frequency, which is 121.6. Then I'll contact the ground. Since we are on break now and I'm in KL, so I have to do this assignment on my own. So I'll be performing both pilot in command and ATC on my own. So I'll begin now. After the pre-flight check, I'll listen to the ATs and I'll note down the latest information, QNH and other information. As per this assignment, my information is Bravo and my QNH is 1010. So I'll begin the radio call now. I'll set the frequency to ground, Penang ground 121.6. So pilot in command first. Penang ground, BDT307, good morning. ATC now. BDT307, good morning, go ahead. PIC again. Batch 307 at Batch Cave, request for startup for NAVX as per flight plan 3000 feet, POB02, Endurance 0500, aircraft registration 9M Mike, India Tango Oscar, copy information Bravo, QNH 1010. ATC now, startup approved, Batch 307. So once the startup approved is obtained, I will perform the before starting engine check. Brakes already set on. Circuit breaker, check everything in. Carburetor E, make sure it's full off. Fuel selector, I'll select to the left or east, in this case left. The radios, I'll on the radios before starting my engine. So off the radio. So I'll perform downward start now. Throttle set to ½ inch. Battery master switch on. Alternator switch on. Engine fuel pump on. Mixture set to full read. Clear prop and show the sign. Then I'll start the engine. Once the starter is engaged, I'll adjust the throttle. Once the engine is started, I'll check for no smoke, no fire, no leak, and I'll check for my oil pressure, whether everything's okay. Once it's okay, I'll wait for a few seconds, make sure the engine is okay. Then I'll on all the radios, COM1, COM2, my ADF, and my duck fork. Then I'll check my flight instrument, whether my AH is reacted. All the 6 packs first, the AH, the fuel, the BSI, compass and DI, feathers, align out, all of this. And after that, I'll on the anti-collision light because to make sure everyone's aware the aircraft is started. Next, I will request for taxi and ATC. Batch 307 request for taxi and ATC. ATC now. Batch 307 clear for NAVX as per flight plan 3000 feet. Squawk 2100, taxi to holding point Delta. At holding point Delta, contact tower at 122.1. As a PIC again. Clear for NAVX as per flight plan 3000 feet. Squawk 2100, taxi to holding point Delta. At holding point Delta, contact tower at 122.1. Batch 307. So now I've already obtained approval for ATC and taxi. So I will begin my taxi now. So I'll use my parking brake. Once I move forward a bit, the taxi speed should be 1000 to 1200 RPM. Sorry. So once I move a bit to the front, I'll do a brake check. Then I'll hand over the control to my captain and ask him to do the brake check. Captain, you have control. You might check the brake. You will say I have control and I'll check the brake, and you have control again. You'll pass it back to me. I have control. Then I'll taxi to holding point Delta. Then once I reach holding point Delta, okay. Once I reach at holding point Delta, I'll set my parking brake on. Then I will set my power to 1000 to 1200. Then I'll change my frequency to tower and contact the tower. And yeah, so we'll do my PIC again. Penang Tower, Batch 307 and holding point Delta will call again when ready. So ATC will reply, Batch 307 copy. Once I have the approval now, I'll do my ground run-up check first. Fuel selector, change to right, throttle set to 2000 and check whether my aircraft is moving. Then check my engine instruments, engine keys and piece green, and check my onset panel, press the test, the light is on, so okay. Then I'll check my alternator, positively charged, it's good. Then I'll check my suction within the limit, 4.8 to 5.1. Then I'll check for carburetor heat, check, which I'll set my power to 2000. I will on my carburetor heat, drop within limit, which is in 75 range, and back to carburetor heat off. Then I'll check my magneto now, both to left, drop within limit, which is maximum 100 to 175, back to both, 2000 now, back to right, drop within limit 175, back to both. Magneto check is complete, and I'll slow idle to 500. So idle by pulling the power to idle. See my RPM, it should be between 500 to 700. It's okay. So put back to 1200. I'm done with ground run check. So I'll do the before takeoff check now. Battery switch is on, alternator switch is on, flight instrument check, the 6 pack is good. Fuel selector, change to right. Engine fuel pump is on. Engine gauge check. Engine descent is green, good. And carburetor heat is off. Seat back, seat racks, mixture already set to full reach. Belt is fastened. Captain belt is also fastened. Check for empty seat in the bag is fastened. Flaps set to take off flaps, which is 10 degrees. Trim tab already set to take off just now. I'll check my control again. Left free, right free, back left free, right free. And I'll ask my captain to latch the door and then we take off check. Next I'll do a takeoff brief to my captain. Okay sir, I'll perform normal takeoff with flaps 10 and my BR, my rotation speed will be 60 knots and I'll climb at 80 knots. If any malfunction happens before the 60 knots, I'll report the takeoff. If any malfunction happens after the 60 knots with sufficient runway, I'll land immediately. If there's no sufficient runway, I'll perform E42 exercise, which I'll glide at 75 knots speed. Any question, Captain? No question. So takeoff. Takeoff brief is done. Next, I will do my departure brief and head check. Okay, my departure brief. We're going for NAVAX as per flight plan, 3000 feet. Expected runway clearance to be at runway 04. I will expect the ATC to give us clearance to climb to 3000 feet and right turn. And our first waypoint according to NAVLog will be Georgetown, which I'll do my head check now. Heading is 140 degrees. Altitude probably 3000 feet, depends on ATC clearance later. Our estimate time to reach Georgetown will be 17 minutes, 17 minutes. Head check complete, departure check complete. Any question, Kat? No questions. So okay. Now I'll look around the runway whether it's clear before calling the tower. Check for the final clear, base turn clear, boom, crosswind, upwind, everything's clear, runway also clear, so I can call the tower now. So PIC, BATS 307 ready at Delta, ATC will reply, BATS 307 taxi and line up at runway 04. As a PIC, I'll have to respond to the clearance. Taxi and line up at runway 04, BATS 307. Once the approval is granted, once the clearance is granted, I'll on all the lights and then I'll taxi to runway 04. And then once I taxi and line up at runway 04, I'll do my we call it PCATs, which is line up checklist. So power set to 2000, compass and DI aligned, altimeter QNH set to 1010, already set. Next to AHSD rack, okay, good. Temperature, engine descent is green. Transponder already set to 2100, suction is good, so PCATs ready. So I'll call the ATC now. I'll call the tower now. BATS 307 ready. And ATC clearance will be BATS 307, climb 3000 feet right, turn runway 04, cleared for takeoff. Then I have to acknowledge that. Climb 3000 feet right, turn runway 04, cleared for takeoff, BATS 307. Okay, so it's ready, full power. Release the brake from my leg and make sure center line. Speed is line, 40 knots, center line, 50 knots, center line, 60 knots, center line, rotate. And check brake around 400 feet. Around 400 feet, I'll off the landing light and I'll flaps up and then I'll stabilize. Try to stabilize at 1000 feet. At 1000 feet, I'll call the tower again to make my departure call. BATS 307 departed Penang 10, climbing 3000 feet, estimate Georgetown 27. And ATC will reply, BATS 307 report again Georgetown. Okay, done. So I'm done with my I will continue to climb to 3000 feet. And because I'm stabilized now, I will do my clear off check and head check. Sorry, before that I need to acknowledge the clearance just now. Report again at Georgetown, BATS 307. Okay, done. Now I'll do my clear off check first. Compass and DI is aligned, my logbook already noted, engine descent is green, my altitude climbing to 3000 feet, radio already transmitted, orientation I'm heading to Georgetown now, fuel maintain at left, forced landing area I can still make it to the runway, clear of check complete, and after a few minutes, 3 minutes before my waypoint 1 which is Georgetown, I'll do my head check. So my head check now, my next waypoint will be Sungai Muda, my heading will be 172 degrees, my altitude will be maintaining at 3000 feet, my estimate time from Georgetown to Sungai Muda will be 11 minutes. So next is turn transmit, sorry, time turn transmit, so I'm simulating that I'm above Georgetown now. So I'll note down the time first and then I'll make my turn and I'll transmit now to tower. So PIC batch 307 passing Georgetown 26 at 3000 feet, estimate Sungai Muda 37. So tower will reply batch 307 report again Sungai Muda. So as PIC I need to acknowledge that, report again at Sungai Muda batch 307. And with that, then I'll do my clear off again. Compass and DI is aligned, logbook already noted, engine descent is green, altitude 3000 feet, radio already transmitted, orientation I'm heading to from Georgetown to Sungai Muda now, my fuel still maintained at left, my forced landing area there's fuel on my left which I can make it. So done with that, 3 minutes before Sungai Muda I'll do my head check. My next waypoint will be Kedah Peak, heading 181, altitude maintained at 3000 feet, estimate time to Kedah Peak from Sungai Muda is 1.2. So now I'm simulating that I'm at Sungai Muda, time, turn, and I'm going to transmit now. Batch 307 passing Sungai Muda 38, 3000 feet, estimate Kedah Peak 49. Now ATC will reply, batch 307, contact Langkawi Tower at 118.5. So as a PIC I need to acknowledge that. Contact Langkawi Tower at 118.5, batch 307. Okay. And now I'll change the frequency to Langkawi Tower, which is 118.5. And since I'm making my first contact now, I'll start with the check first. So on PIC, Langkawi Tower, batch 307, good morning, how do you read? So the Langkawi Tower will reply, batch 307, good morning, I read it 5. And I need to introduce myself to the Langkawi Tower. Batch 307, passing Sungai Muda 38 at 3000 feet, estimate Kedah Peak 49. POB02 and 0500, aircraft registration Lion Mike India Tango Oscar. And ATC will reply, batch 307 cleared to enter Langkawi control zone via Kedah Peak 3000 feet, QNH 1010, report again Kedah Peak. And I need to prepare the clearance. Batch 307 cleared to enter Langkawi control zone via Kedah Peak 3000 feet, QNH 1010, report again Kedah Peak, batch 307. So I'm done with introducing myself to Langkawi Tower. And now I'll do my clear off again. Compass and DI aligned, logbook already locked, engine descent is green, aircraft altitude altitude clearance was 3000 feet, so I'll maintain that. Radio already transmitted Langkawi Tower. And orientation, I'm heading to Kedah Peak now. My fuel, now since I'm more than 30 minutes, I'll change to left just to make it balanced. And my first landing area, there's a few states down here that I have to make it, and I'll continue. Then 3 minutes before I reach Kedah Peak, I'll do my head check now. My next waypoint will be Salah, the heading is 071, altitude 3000 feet, and my time, estimated time to reach Salah from Kedah Peak will be 6 minutes. So now I'll simulate that I'm at Kedah Peak now. So I'll contact Langkawi Tower, PSC batch 307 passing Kedah Peak for 3000 feet, estimate Salah 55. And ATC will reply, batch 307 report again Salah. And I'll need to acknowledge that, report again at Salah, batch 307. I'll do another clear off check now. Compass and DI already aligned, my logbook already noted, engine design base still green, altitude maintaining at 3000 feet, radio already transmitted, orientation, I'm heading to Kedah Peak now. I'm passing Kedah Peak to Salah now. My fuel maintained to the right, maintained to the left, and my fast landing area, that's fuel available down here. Continue, then I'll do my head check now. My next waypoint from Salah will be Kuala Kedah. Heading will be 054. My altitude will be 3000 feet, and estimate time from Salah to Kuala Kedah will be 9 minutes. Okay, now I'll simulate the problem in the navigation system. Probably just blackout something. So first thing I'll do is I'll try to reset it. Like it's a problem with wire or something. I'll try to reset the navigation system. So here in this case we just simulate even the reset doesn't work. So I'll try to, the best thing is to inform the tower that I'm in this problem, that make sure that I'm not a threat to other aircraft in that area. And the main point is, since this is a VFR flight, I need to make sure that the tower knows where am I, and I know what's around me, which aircraft is around me. So the first thing I need to do is to establish the tower that's I'm having this problem. So my communication will be as a BIC, BATS 307, 2 miles from Kedah Peak, and I'm having an in-operative navigation system, request to orbit at current position to do some checks. And ATC will reply, BATS 307, copy, call again when ready, and confirm if you have any navigational equipment or resources on board. BIC, I'll reply, affirm, we have a navigation chart and compass on board, BATS 307. Then ATC reply, BATS 307, copied, proceed direct to Kuala Kedah based on chart, maintain current altitude and report again Kuala Kedah and maintain VFR condition. And as a BIC, I need to reply, proceed direct to Kuala Kedah based on the chart, maintain current altitude, we report again at Kuala Kedah and maintain VFR condition. That's 307. Now, I'll open my map and I'll try to get my heading to Kuala Kedah. In some cases, this is why we bring our tab, the GPS tab, just so we don't waste time by calculating on the spot with that pressure. So in this case, if there's no tab, I'll use my map to try to get the heading to Kuala Kedah and the time. If I have the GPS, it's easier. I'll just punch the numbers in and I'll get the heading and time. So let's assume I already got the heading and the time from the GPS or from my calculation. The heading will be 5054. And the time taken to Kuala Kedah will be 9 minutes, and the altitude will be maintained at 3000 feet since it was the clearance system. So next I'll do my clear off check now. Compass and DI is aligned, logbook is noted already, the Kuala Kedah heading and time. The engine descent is in green, altitude I'll maintain to 3000 feet, radio I'll retransmitted just now. Orientation, we are heading straight to Kuala Kedah now. In the heading of 5054. Fuel, I'll maintain, since more than 1 hour, I'll change back to left now, to right now, sorry. And then first landing area, there's few around this area that I can make it. So, yeah. So next, I'll do my head check. After Kuala Kedah, I'll be passing through Simpang Empat. So the heading will be 068. And altitude will be 3000 feet, and the time taken from Kuala Kedah to Simpang Empat will be 8 minutes. Okay, so now I assume that passing Kuala Kedah now. As a BIC, my communication will be BATS 307 passing Kuala Kedah, peak 03 past the hour at 3000 feet, estimate Simpang Empat at 12. ATC will reply, BATS 307, descend 2000 feet and report again at Simpang Empat. And now, as a PRC, I need to read back the clearance. descend 2000 feet and report again at Simpang 4, batch 307. So now I will descend to 2000 feet. From 2000 feet I will do lookout first, left clear, right clear, right clear, all around clear, and I'll descend to 2000 feet. Then once I'm at 2000 feet, I will inform the tower. Batch 307, 2000 feet. ATC will reply, batch 307, maintain 2000 feet, report again Simpang 5. Then I'll reply that. Maintain 2000 feet and report again at Simpang 5, batch 307. And with that, I'll do my clear off again. Compass NDI aligned, output already noted, engine is green, altitude 2000 feet now, radio already transmitted, orientation, I'm heading to Simpang 4 now, fuel maintain at right, course landing area, that's 90. Okay, head check. I'm at Simpang, after the Simpang 4 waypoint, it will be the runway, the Langkawi runway, so the heading will be 42 and altitude according to the final approach altitude later, and the time from Simpang 4 to the runway is 3 minutes. So now how I'm at Simpang 4. So as you can see, my communication batch 307 passing Simpang 4 2000 feet, request to rejoin downwind for full stop landing. ATC will be giving me clearance. Batch 307 cleared to rejoin circuit for full stop landing, descend 1000 feet and report again at downwind. So I need to read back the clearance. Cleared to rejoin circuit for full stop landing, descend 1000 feet and report again at downwind, batch 307. Okay, and then I will maintain the heading to downwind, and at the downwind I'll inform the tower first my position. Batch 307 at downwind 1000 feet for full stop landing. ATC will reply, batch 307, ATC will reply, batch 307, report final, and as a PIC I need to read back, report final, batch 307. And then once I get the clearance, I'll do the pre-landing check, which is pump fetch, brakes on and off, undercarriage fixed, mixture full, flaps set to flap stand, fuel maintain at right, fuel pump is on, engine T's and P's green, compass and DI aligned, carburetor heat is off, harness secure. So pump fetch is done, so I can hit the final. Then before I make the final turn, just assume my runway is on my left, so I'll be turning final to my left. So once I have enough distance, enough spacing, I will set my flaps to 25, power to 17, and when I'm doing my turning final, I'll call it out. Batch 307, turning final for full stop landing. And ATC will reply, batch 307, surface speed 200 degrees, 05 knots, runway 04, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 04, batch 307. Once I have the clearance, once the 4 cons is met, which is clearance granted, runway is clear, wind condition met, and stabilized approach, I can on my landing light, flaps, full flaps, which is flap 14. And why did I call it out during turning final itself is because to buy myself more time, so that I won't be in more stress in the final. So now once I'm at the final, I need to stabilize myself, and I need to make sure my runway is at my threshold, in the threshold at my compass, and I'm maintaining a center line, and if there's puppy light there, make sure to read and do white. So make sure I have to stabilize the approach. Once I landed, I will perform once I landed, I will perform my landing check. But before that, ATC will be giving me clearance, which will be batch 307, vacate runway via Charlie. So I need to read back, vacate runway via Charlie, batch 307. Once it's done, I'll do my landing check. just to be clear, how do we check this? Okay, the landing check will be simple. The landing light is off, flaps. Make sure the flaps set to 0 again, which is flaps up again, and make sure my landing light is off. Then after landing check again, I make sure my fuel pump is off, my transponder is off, my flaps already retrieved just now, my landing and stroke lights are off. Now we head to my, once I vacated runway at the taxi area, I will connect ADC again. Runway vacated to this black screen will set. End of communication. And once I go to the hangar, the clearance, the given clearance hangar, I'll do my shutdown check. It should be flaps already tracked, engine fuel pump already off, radios off, throttle F, mixture idle cut off, magneto off, wait for the fan to stop first, and idle cut off. Alternate switch off, master switch off. So I'm done, take off the key, put it there. So the shutdown check is complete. Then I'll go down the aircraft and go make a walk around to make sure there's nothing, no bird strike, no damages. Then make sure it's perfect for the next flight. So I think that's about it. I'm pretty sure I'm done with the assignment till the shutdown method. So that's it. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to present. Thank you and have a good day.